What is going on, guys? I am boondocking. Those are the mountains, Rocky Mountains, right above Woodland Park. I am doing something that I'm not quite sure how to set up. How do I tell this story? When I was rolling in here, there was quite a bump on the back. I dragged the tail of the coach, and there used to be a mud flap. That's part of it right there on the back, and it got munched. In fact, here is the chrome. See if I can show that to you. Yeah, I don't know if, does the camera really do that justice? See if you can see. And when I dragged the back, it basically crunched it right here on the tow bar, on the frame rails on each side. That one particularly. That one, this end really got munched. Okay, I've had some weird ideas before, and I was just talking last week how I got the blink system, and the blink system is for security on the inside of the coach. But I'm going to use this camera. It's right here. It just plugs into USB, plays over my phone, my other devices, so I can keep an eye on the coach while I'm away from it. Well, right now I'm not away from it, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to straighten this mud flap out. I don't even know if this is going to work or not. And at first I thought, gosh, I could beat on it with a hammer. And I do have some hammers that I could beat on this thing and try to straighten it all out. And I may end up doing that. But I thought maybe I would try using the jacks on the metal here. This is a backer plate, and you can see it's gotten twisted up pretty good. So what I'm going to do is plug my camera in right here to a power station right here. I can plug that into USB, and now I should have a pretty good view as that jack comes down. That jack is going to, I can squish this straight and get this metal all straightened out, but I can't do it without seeing it. Let's grab the tablet, let's run inside, and we'll see what we can see here. This is weird. This is the weirdest thing I've done, but if it works, I'm going to be pretty happy, because those mud flaps, you can replace them, but they're at least $600 plus shipping, and you know me, I'm a bit cheap when it comes to that. So let's give it a try. Let's see if we can't get that sunset cam in there. We have a nice sunset happening. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. Yeah, we have a great sunset. You can't see the red in it, and let me see if I could just throw that up there again. Gosh, I wish I had a better camera because you really can't see it. But that sun is going down, and those clouds are turning red, and yeah, it is gorgeous. So. Guys, bear with me a little bit. I do not have any sound on this side. Another Microsoft update has foiled me once again, and I have not been able to figure out why I have no sound. So while you guys get to listen to that, and hopefully you could hear it okay. I saw that I saw that Sean said out $6 bills. Yeah, it's about $600 for that mud flap, and I crunched it good. Now, guys, I have crunched that mud flap before, but yeah, I really did a number on it getting into that last Boondocker location. If you haven't seen last week's live, I showed a little bit of that where I came into, and yeah, I would not recommend longer rigs like mine going in there, but what do I know? I'm a glutton for punishment. So, can you guys hear me okay? We're going to show the other half of that video here in a little bit, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. I had a mud flap to straighten out. We also had fantasy football this year, and lots of teams playing from right here, right amongst you. So I'm going to be giving that update for last week, and we'll show you what this week is doing, as well as I would share where I'm at. See if you can see it. It is getting dark here, and I've got my light on, but that is Maxwell Wildlife Refuge right behind me. And this is a small boondocker campground right on the edge of the refuge. And there's a bear trash can right behind me. And yeah, I saw elk this morning. I got to our video, yeah, and HC Carefree Highway got it there. Sound good. Yeah, thanks, guys. I cannot hear anything on this side. Interestingly enough, I can connect my Bluetooth. I can connect the laptop to my television and hear just fine. But yeah, no, we can hear you. You got this. There you go. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to get to the other half of that video, but we'll just tell you I had to get out uh, of Colorado. Guys, did you see the thumbnail? Can I wonder? You know what? I can't throw up a picture. It's funny. I can put up. If you didn't see the thumbnail, that is Pikes Peak, and I've had a view of that for 2 weeks, sitting up at 9,300 feet up above Woodland Park, and absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely loved it there. Got some work done on the coach. Got some exploring done. Got over to Fort Carson. Before that, went up and then to up to the top of Pikes Peak. And I was trying to get my sound working on the laptop. I was going to try to show you some video of that. Unfortunately, the laptop would not give up the ghost. I finally figured it out that I could hook up my Bluetooth headphones to it that I use for editing, and got that straightened out. So I'm glad to be here. The wind has calmed down a little bit, and so has our sunset. Let's see if I can throw that back up there again. I wish I had. Do I have a small? We can just kind of show it. Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I don't know why you've got the small screen on there. I don't know. I don't see if I can play with some settings here, and we'll live. No, maybe not. Okay. No, that is the video. I don't want the video. I want I want no, that's the video. Oh my gosh. Technology. There, come now, come on. Let's see. No, that's still the video. All right. Well, that I'm gosh darn it. There we go. Okay. No, that's not it. Okay, guys. Well, this is live, and I as much as I think that I've got these settings all done on StreamYard and I've got them figured out, I do not. And what is this one right over here? Can I have that one? What is that one right there? That's still not it. No, no, we're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to stop. All right. Forget it. I will show the video here in a little bit. How are you guys doing? I am glad to be back. Last week, I'm sorry we did not. I had to cancel. I had to cancel. It was raining. It was close to snowing, guys. I'm here to tell you. And it was, if you saw the thumbnail, there's a couple inches on Pikes Peak. That was only a couple thousand feet above me. And the last night that I was there, it was supposed to get down to about 30 degrees. And I went to bed that night thinking, okay, this does not work for me. You know me, I have my no snow. No, my no snow policy is in effect. And yeah. Gary's in the house. Hey, you know what? I haven't said hi to everybody. Let's go real quick and say hi and get first in the house right here. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. No, that's Cowboy Biker Adventures. Don, glad to have you here. X Fired Up, Cracker Box. That does not roll off the tongue. It does not. X Fired Up's Cracker Box Palace. That's Bill. Glad to have you here. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. That is Don right there. I am playing him in fantasy football this week. And just to let you know, he has already forfeited. I get the win. I do. He sent me a text. He says, I give up. That's enough for me. We will get to that, though, along with last week's and this week's, and I'll update you even on your team. You in the comment section there, you have your own team. Don's supposed to be helping me out with that. Don Cowboy Biker Adventures. Yeah, you're supposed to be helping me with that. We've got to figure that one out. But let me scroll on down there. Jim Bertrand is in the house. Glad to have you here. Miss Carol, there's Miss Carol. I saw Gary around here someplace too. Hagava Hills, Miss Sarah. Got to talk to her the other day. A great conversation and good to hear your voice again. Glad that you're doing okay. And the weather is starting to cool down in the queue. So looking forward to getting out that way. Probably not until November, but our Vision Nomadic Living is here. Glad to have you here, Sean and Angie. Glad to have you here. HC Carefree Highway and rolling on down the list here. All right, you guys have been talking. Dave mangled the sparkly thing. I did, but it has a good outcome. Jenny loves real estate. There's Miss Jenny. Glad to have you here. Busy in Eugene. So you're with family and friends. Glad to see you here, though. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, if I missed your name, I apologize. I just didn't see it. Oh, there's Gary. I can't miss Gary right there. How is fantasy? I am lost. Whatever, Gary. Whatever. Gary is on track to win both last week's games and this week's games. Do not let him fool you. Do not. No. We're not buying it, Gary. I told you it was numbers. You're good at it. You're good at it. Oh, oh my gosh. Well, that kind of leads us in. Why don't we just real quick go through the fantasy football real quick? And then maybe I'll show that video and then you can kind of see my progress on the mud flap. The mud flap is not done. It's actually here with me. I was afraid to put it back on the coach. If I rubbed the back end when I was coming out of that boondocking location or going in, I knew that I was going to rub it on the way out and wasn't willing to take that risk. So did a little bit of work on that. It's still not back on the coach, but it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'll just kind of give you a sneak. Oh my gosh. There we go. Guys, I did not check. I did not check the speed. So hopefully our speed is doing okay here. It is beautiful. Maxwell Refuge, Wildlife Refuge. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Absolutely gorgeous. No other services that they have trash cans, and you are sitting right on the picnic table that they have here. No fires, no fire pits. That's okay. I have a propane if I want to do that, but no. I figure I can live with that just fine. So, and sorry if I'm getting washed out here, guys. That reminds me. Next week going to change time. I didn't do it this week because I was a little worried about changing the time without warning you. And oh boy, there, yeah, you deserve it. Whatever it is, Sean, you deserve it. You're getting washed out. Thanks, Don. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. I have several stage crew working behind the scenes here. They can fix any problem. Right? No. Da. Oh my gosh. It's let's see. We were gonna go to, let me see if I can pull up share screen. Let's see if I can get the NFL up here, and let's just go over last week because I did not get to share that from last week. All right, guys. There we go. We that is yours truly against Pew Crew. That is Miss Tara, and she kicked my butt last week. Yeah, it was look at this battle right up here. This is how close the points were all through just about to this point here. And yeah, I got my butt kicked. I did. So Wandering Stars and Miss Jen Sassy Pants. That is no, not Cosmic. No. I'm getting everybody's names mixed up here. Wandering Stars, Dawn. That is Dawn. Help me out, Dawn. Help me out here. You know who that is. Darn it, I'm forgetting the name here. There's a win right there, and it got a little dicey right up in through here, going into Monday's game. And that was all it took to give Don the win. Congrats there, Don. And let's see, Cowboy Biker Adventures, Don, and OE Live Crew. That is you guys right there. This is your very own team. And if you haven't got to see your team, I changed it a little bit. I'm trying to remain competitive, and it looks like we were all the way through the day, going up into Monday last week. And then it just we ran out of players here. We ran out of game time. Don gets the win on that. Congrats there, Don. And let's see if we can go over Smoke Eaters. Smoke Eaters and Oblong Balls. I forget who that is right there, Gary. Gary, if you could remind me, who was the winner last week? Oh my gosh. That wasn't even close. It started out Sunday right there and just kept getting worse and worse. Oh, nice job, Gary. Nice job. RV living life right there, Gary. Congrats on the win for last week. Life with Letty, that's Angela. And here for the tailgate party, that is our own Miss Carrie right there. You know what? I've said it every year. Carrie is a force to be reckoned with right there. And she took the lead early on. This is early on Thursday. She took the lead and never gave it up through the whole Sunday and Monday. Congrats there, Miss Carrie. You did a good job. Flying Monkeys and Couch Coach. That is Cindy, HC Carefree Highway, I believe, and Couch Coach is Wayne from. Oh boy, why am I drawing a blank? Drawing a blank. Not bad, not bad. Win going to Wayne, and you're doing good there, Wayne. Up until this week, because let's see if I can't switch over to who Wayne is playing with this week. And well, I'll just show you what's happening so far. Now, mind you, I'm going to show you the scores for this week, but nothing is final until Tuesday morning. That way, we get the Monday game out of the way, and there we go. Let's see here. Oh boy. I told you I'd show you. No, come on down there. I clicked on you. Now be nice. There we go. Couch Coach and here for the tailgate party. That's Wade and Carrie. they are in the same household here. Carrie, you have to be nice. Look at this. You took over from Thursday and you have not given it up. But it looks like I see a little line right here. And according to the points that I'm seeing for projected 151 to 140, yeah, I'm not sure if Wayne isn't going to be sleeping on the couch here till at least Tuesday. So let's go back down the list here. Mr. Gary, right there, oblong balls. That is Gary. This has got to be beginner's luck. This has got to be beginner's luck because Gary took the lead Thursday as well. Now, the only thing I can say is Cindy, right here, HC Carefree Highway. Yeah, you might be a force to be reckoned with, and that's going to come down to the Monday night game here. But they are projected to beat you, Gary. So watching that. OE Live Crew and Life with Lenny. That is Angela over there. Life with Lenny and you guys right here. So far, we have the win. So far, you guys are in the lead. And it looks like Monday, though, could be a changer. And we will just have to see. Angela, you're gonna have to step up your game there. And but you know what? It's to a good cause. If you lose to the comment section right there, that's your team. There you go. So that's not a bad loss in any way to do it. Miss Jen Sassy Pants FFB 149.18 to Smoke Eaters 103. That one kind of changed paths here around 5 o'clock today. And it looks like Jen is going to get the win on that. It looks like Smoke Eaters might have somebody playing, but it's not projected to. Oh, yeah, it looks like a running back. So going to have to, Howard, you're going to have to Gonna have to talk to your running back there. And let's see if we can switch over to Cowboy Biker Adventures. Oh my gosh, Dawn. Look at that game. Now, if I could tell you, Pew Crew, that is Miss Tara right there. Last week she had 155 points. And looks like she's still got a running back and a wide receiver playing, but that is a spanking right there. Dawn, good job. And Wandering Stars, there's Dawn and myself playing this week. This one is really close, guys. All right. But Dawn right here, Dawn is already given up. He sent me a text and forfeited today. So even though it's not official, I get the win. So, he is out of players. Everybody here has played. If you look at this white line right there, that tells me that everybody has played. I still have a wide receiver that still has yet to play, and that must be Monday night because looks like there could be a change for Monday night. So there you go, guys. That is, see if we can get switched over here. There you go. Nice playing to everybody, and good job, everybody, on this week. Good luck. You need a cheat sheet, Dave. Gary, you have a cheat sheet. It's me. I will help you out. I will help you out. That's not a problem. Don't forget my team name, Dave. Oblong Balls. I got it, Gary. I got it. HC Carefree. I got to protect my last place. Well, you know what? Everybody it has the chance of being in last place. So no, I'm just glad that you're taking it. Well, Dave, whatever you are partaking in is slowing your memory. You probably are right. You probably are right. So it's funny, guys, when you get up here for the live and you're talking and I've got so many thoughts going through my mind and what we talk about. Sometimes, I'm getting a little old. I'm getting a little old. So someone define waivers. Gary, you don't need any help. You don't need any help. No. No. The waivers are when you pick somebody right after. Let's see if did we get that off? Boy, come on now. There we go. It's just a 2-day waiting period for waivers, and your waiver points, it gives you a value as far as whether you get priority on the waivers. So if somebody else wants that player and they have a higher waiver priority than you do, then they will get it. So it looks like my sunset cam has shut down. So no sunset cam anymore for the rest of the night. Sorry about that. Yeah, there you go. Waivers are based on what place you are in and if you will get that person or not. So blame it on the elevation. Guys, I can tell you that I did better. I was at 9,300 feet there in Colorado. It was beautiful. I loved it. Stayed there 2 weeks. Other than a little trouble sleeping and a couple of headaches a few mornings, I actually did pretty well. So my body was starting to acclimate to that, and thankfully so, because boy, I'll tell you what, in Utah, I really had a tough time. So, all right, let's see if we can stop that one. All right. Lost track of time. Well, you'll have to go back there, Lenny. We went over the fantasy football, and she's doing pretty good. So I was giving a shout out to everybody for this week's fantasy football. So you might have missed that, but speaking of missing that, I don't want to forget, and we're already at half the hour right now already. Gosh, it goes by so quickly. Let's show the other half of that intro video. and kind of show you what I was doing with that mud flap. If you missed it, when my last docking location, I messed up my shiny bits on the back of the coach, my mud flap. I rubbed the back, and it, quite honestly, it bent the hell out of it. So I know a lot of people bend those things up, and I don't know if they're like me. If I'm cheap, guys, I'm cheap. It's $600 for a new mud flap. I'd almost rather go without. And so trying to save this thing, we got it. We're just getting to squishy, the mangled sparkly thing. All right, here you go. Let's see if we can get that back up again here. There we go. Tell me I can. And I can now see that metal all along here. And let me see if I can I turn up the brightness any? Maybe I can. All right. It looks much darker on GoPro, but I'm going to go ahead and I can now lower that jack, and let's just see what happens here. The camera is a few seconds behind. I think it might work. I'm just going to press it a little bit at a time here. Nothing like adding 18,000 pounds of pressure. But let's hope. Now let's go ahead and raise up that jack and see what we come up with here. And I think we should have some straighter pieces here. I told you it was weird. I told you it was weird. But you know what? I'm not disturbing anybody else that's up here boondocking. And if this straightens it out, that's a lot better than banging on it with a hammer. Oh, let's take a look. That looks a lot straighter. Looks like it needs to be a little bit more. How about we put it right about there? And let's see if we can't do some more here. It is helping to be able to see and not push that farther than I really want to. I think that might work. All right, let's go out and take a look. I told you it was strange. I told you it was weird. Was I kidding? No, I'm not. Okay, that's looking better. There you go, guys. Yeah, it was. Yeah, thinking outside the box. Yeah, you know what? I I felt kind of bad because there were a couple of other boondockers that were up there, and we're all enjoying it. And I think we've all been to locations where it was nice and quiet, and somebody is just working up a storm, and you can't blame them. They're just trying to get things done. I was trying to figure out how to straighten that thing out with without a whole lot of banging with a hammer, and not making a lot of noise, but it took 18,000 pounds to bend it into a pretzel like that. I figured, well, 18,000 pounds could probably bend that back into shape again. So, and I can tell you that it will live another life. It did break off some bolts off of the chrome shiny piece that I have to. Yes, that is part of. Yes, that is the mud flap. That is the shiny mud flap. And It broke off some bolts on the back side of that, so I am replacing some of those so it's all nice and secure. But guys, that little assembly, all of those pieces come together. This thing is sitting on my bench over here, and it has to weigh a good 50 or 60 pounds. It's no lightweight, and trying to bend that back into shape. I will probably do it like this again the next time if it ever does happen again, because that made life a little bit easier. So you need snap pads. Yeah, I haven't done the snap pad thing, and I I I honestly, I've just been too cheap to mess around with it. So I have some. You saw those in the video, those blocks of wood. They're about 3/4 inch plywood. They're 1 by 1. I picked those up a long time ago, and I typically use those, and not too bad. Pretty or not, you do need a mud flap. Yeah, yeah, you do. I am fortunate enough there are already 2 mud flaps behind, one behind each dual. They're the smaller ones. This is the shiny sparkly piece that hangs down towards the back bumper, and I actually got pulled over in Wyoming with a new coach because of one of those shining and blinding the police officer, the state trooper that was following behind me. And I kid you not, he pulled me over because that mud flap was blinding him, and I asked him what he wanted me to do. I'd be happy to do it, but the coach was built that way. And I, I, it was just, they said drive it to wherever I was going, and I'm sorry that it's shining in your eyes, officer, but I tell you, there is some curiosity and amongst the other drivers when we were driving those back in the day. A lot of times they got pulled over for different things. These were expensive coaches, very expensive coaches, and a lot of times the police officers were just trying to see if there was somebody famous in the coach, and so that was a number of times. And we had, I swear to God, I wish I had a picture to share with you. We had a driver that looked just like Kenny Rogers, and he got pulled over all the time. I kid you not. And that was typically, of course, they're not going to tell you that, but I could see when he took my license and he looked at it and he looked at me, I could tell he was trying to recognize the name. He asked if there was anybody else in the coach, and it's like, why do you care? Why did you pull me over? And he let me go with, I guess he couldn't even say it was a warning. There was nothing that I was doing illegal, but yeah, Dave, you're famous. Not. There you go. No, not. But yeah, it was kind of comical. The this other driver though, he was a spitting image of Kenny Rogers. So yeah, it was kind of cool. But we had, I met a lot of stars that were coming through the plant when they bought coaches back in the day, and I got to meet Dolly Parton, and I got to meet Ernest Borgnine, and it was kind of cool working there. So a lot of good memories. Yes, they do. Yeah, those flaps keep the rocks off the towed windshield. Yeah, it helps knock them down. I can tell you, I knew, and I still could if I needed to. I knew that the rubber part of it and all the bits, the bent up bits, could be removed and just use the rubber mud flap, but it didn't have anything sparkly. There was nothing sparkly on that. So, Yeah, beyond the stop it's yeah, yeah. I got I was pulled over twice, and he was looking at me to see if I was pulled over in another state for doing 72 and a 70. I kid you not, I was pulled over for 72 and a 70. And yes, you know, 70. If you're out there full time, are you still a speeder? I have a 70-mile rule. I'm typically not going to be on the road for more than a couple hours tops. And yeah, Ernest Borgnine did. And yeah, I anymore now I do 65. I see the signs for 75. I see the signs for 80. And Ernest Borgnine did. He hated there's the little here's a little inside information. He had a coach that we did a bus conversion on. It was a Prevost bus conversion. He hated it. He hated it. It was nothing but an electrical nightmare. And it was called the Sun Bum, and I saw it and saw pictures of it, and I've been in it. And he hated that coach. Beaver Coaches is no longer in business now, so I suppose that I can say that. But yeah, yes, he did love RVing. He traveled a lot and got updates as he was traveling around, usually because he was pissed off about something. But no small price that he paid for that. I know he paid over $1 million for that coach, and you would expect that to be a good coach. And yeah, so. Uh, just tell them you were planning on being on the road. There you go. Right, being on the road for a full hour. Yeah, yeah. Guys, I anymore now. I don't. Yeah, I don't. So, but I used to be able to do Bend, Oregon to Orlando, Florida. There was Buddy Gregg was a name of a RV dealership in right outside of Orlando. And I could make that in 4 days, and I could be on the plane flying home on the fifth day. So usually meant that I had to get a hotel room there in Orlando. And I'll tell you what, back when I was doing, I loved driving these things, and that's kind of where my love of driving these came from. So yeah, well, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely. He lived it every day while he had that coach. I don't know how long he had that for and got rid of it, but Riddick Bowe was another one, boxer. Right after he beat, who did he beat? What did he beat? Tyson? Right after he beat Tyson, I guess. He came in and got he ordered a coach, and it was all white. He wanted the the outside of it, I believe, was all white. The inside of it was gray, but it may have been white too. That one I don't. And he did come um, through the plant, but I never did get to meet him. So yeah, Dirty Dozen. Absolutely. McHale's Navy. Now, there you go. That's going back a little ways. There you go. Uh, oh my gosh. But yeah, I ended up, let's see here. Ended up this week taking about 3 days to get down from Woodland Park, California, Colorado. Yeah, I keep trying to call it California. Um, But while I was in the Springs, I managed to get up to Pikes Peak. And guys, if you haven't done that trip, a lot different now than the last time. I used to live in Colorado Springs. I was stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado. And gosh, can I find it? Um, a lot of changes in the last 35 years. I haven't been on the base in 35 years, and uh, it is a lot of changes, and it was it was a blast from the past because my I got to see where I used to work. I got to see my old barracks. I got to see the old motor pools, and everything is somewhat different or the same there, but the big change is that it is really like a little city, and really surprised at that. It, when I was working there, I can tell you. Let's see if I can pull up that picture. Um, it was a base. I mean, we had some small package stores that you could go and get alcohol. You could go and get a candy bar. You could, there were a few bars on post. For the most part, though, when you work there, you really just wanted to get off post. And now going back there, you should see the housing. Housing is like any subdivision, 2-story, beautiful houses. Got to go into the commissary and the exchange. I think they used to call it the PX. That's now the exchange. And it was like a little mini mall in there. I could not believe it. Lots and lots of changes. But as I was driving around to see if I can't show this to you, I managed to find my old company. See right there. Oh, it's backwards on yours. Hopefully it's straight. 183rd Maintenance Company was my old unit, and it is still around now. My first duty, my first unit is no longer around anymore. But and I knew that they disbanded. That company disbanded in the early '90s. But 183rd Maintenance Company, I had no idea if they were still around. They're in a different place, but it was an absolute blast going around and seeing the base, seeing the new changes, and seeing some of the stuff that is still there after 35 years. And fantastic tour around the base. But um, a lot, a lot different, guys. Okay. So, something strange just happened, and you got off camera. There is a road that goes right along here, and it heads on back around the lake where I'm sitting in, and a car just went by with no lights on. And guys, I you can see there's but a car just went by with no lights on. I don't even know what to. I don't know. I don't know. Strange, but yeah, a lot of changes on the base. I loved it, absolutely. Got up to Pikes Peak, and yeah, it's just Bigfoot. Well, that no, that was a car. Unless Bigfoot's driving a car now, I haven't heard that one. But yeah, I no headlights, no tail lights, no shine from headlights, but you could hear it, and it definitely just drove by. Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. That's strange. Got up to Pikes Peak, and guys, if you've never done Pikes Peak and you're in the Colorado area, it is something to absolutely do. It rises up, and it's probably one of the few places in the on this earth that you can drive your car up to 14,100 feet, and the view is spectacular. You now it is. I'm surprised to see it is all paved. It is all asphalt all the way up to the top. A beautiful, um, I don't know, it's hard to say a house. It's a welcome center up at the top, a big center. It's got, much different than it was 35 years ago. 35 years ago, you got up there, they had a few platforms. You kind of look off of it, and yeah, it was, but the road was gravel. And I did take video of the drive up, almost to the complete drive up. And the scary thing about this is that the world road, they now race, or not now, 1 year after they built that road going up there in 1916, I believe it was 1917, they started racing cars up it. And it is just terrifying to think that somebody is at speed racing up that road. Sheer drop-offs, and it is just, like I said, there are parts of that that are just terrifying. And racers have gone off the edge. If you look it up on YouTube, you will see it. And they're spectacular crashes, to say the least. But I took my time and drove up it, and I filmed all the way up it. And I would like to speed up that footage just to give you an idea of about how fast you would need to drive to go up that road. So I was hoping that I would have that video done for you today, and that would be my lead in, and ended up getting stuck on computer problems, so could not do it. Using night vision, yeah, they're being sneaky, using night vision, something. They're using something, either that or it was a UFO. I don't know. Whatever it was did not need lights, apparently, and it is dark, guys. I can't see. I can see the coach over here, and that's about 10 feet away. That's as far as you can see. So it is dark here. Roswell, Cosmic Mermaid and Starman, right there. Oh, come on, there we go. Home of Roswell. Yeah, you know what? I have not been to Roswell. I'd like to get out there, and I am kind of throwing that around in my mind on how I am going to the balloon fiesta here coming up in the first part of October. And you know what? I'd like to make Roswell one of my stops along the way, and see after the balloon fiesta. So gremlins can see in the dark. Yeah, it is. Now, the last time that I had been up there, it was gravel road. About halfway up, it turned to gravel, and it was very nice gravel road. Don't get me wrong. And it is. They charge about, I think it was $15 to drive up there. It's $15 per person. Or a family of 5, I guess, can get in for $50. So if you've got a family going up there, it might be a little spendier, but I wanted to see it again. So Don did a video on Roswell. Don, we never talked about that. Did you go out to the did you go out to the crash site? I know it's disputed now, and they say there's 2 crash sites if you go to Roswell. And I'm not sure how they messed that up. I want to get more on that story. So Life with Lenny is going to after the Balloon Festival. Well, Lenny, I plan on seeing you guys there, and yeah, we'll have to make that happen. That's kind of my plan as well. So yeah, so it would be fun to go and unravel some mysteries of why are there 2 crash sites at Roswell now. It seems to me that would be pretty straightforward, that there'd only be 1 crash site, but I'm not sure. I'm learning also that if you follow this close enough, you hear different things. There was also a big crash in Kingman, Arizona, which I've been out to Kingman many times. never looked for it. Looked for it. So no, I did it on the UFO museum. Okay. I'll plan on going there and plan on checking out the crash site and finding out why they say there's two crash sites now. I don't get that, but I'd like to know that question. Well, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We're a little short. I know Gary will give me some guff, but I'm getting hungry. I didn't think I'm gonna. Oh, my computer locked up there a little bit. But I hope that everybody is having a good week. And no, I did not get stuck in the snow in Colorado. But now I don't even know what the elevation is here, but I will take it. So, oh, Kingman is on our stop tomorrow. Lenny, yeah. See, I'd be curious if there's anything on that UFO crash that was out at Kingman. I guess it was a famous one as well, although nothing beats Roswell, I guess. But so, what time is next week's live? We're going to do that exactly 1 hour early. I've been doing it at 6 p.m. Pacific. And now you can see how dark it is getting, and I'm going to bump that up. It will be 5 p.m. Pacific, and what would that be? 6 p.m. Mountain and 8 p.m. Eastern. So depending on which coast you are, that should help you. So yeah, I'm thinking, Don, you're over on the East Coast, so it's probably going to be around. We'll be shooting for 8 o'clock your time. So, oh, we're going to be in Mesa while you're at the Balloon Festival. Outstanding. Enjoy Mesa. I hear it's a little warm there still. So, uh, all right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to give Miss Jenny the last word of the night. I see hers right up there. But have a great night, everyone. Sorry I missed so much tonight. I'm just glad that you stopped by. Thank you, dear. And we will see you guys next week, earlier time next week. So I'm giving you all a heads up. It'll be 1 hour earlier, and see if we can't get back to getting these sunsets. So, all right, guys. Oh, yeah, we'll look around. Yeah, do that. I'd love to hear the story on that. Next week is, by the way, let me see. Do we have? Yeah, no, we still have another. Whoa. No, I take that back. You know what? Next week is the 24th. Is Sunday. That will be open mic night. So there you go, Lenny. Head out and tell us what you and we will see you guys next week. Again, next week is open mic night. Looking forward to that, and we will see you guys next week. Live life full time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. I suppose I could show that. Did I? What have I? Let's see. Oh no, I don't know what that is. All right. Yeah, no, we're good. Good night, everybody. I'm giving up on Fenn. It's too hard to. Oh, get out of here, Gary. Get out of here, Gary.